Today on Beauty and the Burge, we are joined. The sleepover has Jessica Jazaela with us. I scroll, and I see this girl on my TikTok motivating all the girlies, pushing them to do their very best, to be hardworking, and reminding them that making money does not happen when you sit and chill and watch TV for hours all day. She is a content creator, she is a multi-entrepreneur, and of course the brilliant founder of her own agency, amongst others. And she's also one of the creative forces behind Miharo. So welcome, Jessica.
Thank you so much for having me. I love that intro. I need it as a ringtone in the morning.
I love it.
Get up.
I am just so happy to have you here. I think when I reached out to you, I told you about, hey, I purchased one of your, how do I call it?
The ebook.
The
guides,
ebooks?
yeah.
Your guides on UGC content creation. Because at the time, I didn't even consider it to be possible. And I was like, what is she on about? Like, I thought you just create content, you have campaigns as an influencer, and that's that. I didn't know there was this whole other world of UGC, and you opened my eyes to that.
Yeah.
And in turn, helped a girl make a bag. So thank you, Jessica.
That's my goal. I love when the girlies tell me that.
I love it. But I really want to go into, before starting anything, I want to ask you, how would you describe yourself?
I'm very ambitious. I'm a perfectionist, can be good and bad, but I see it in a good way because I really value quality over quantity in the just when I think about work, how I do things, how I even do like my 1 hour off time, like everything doing very intentional, even though hustling. I would really say ambitious, a perfectionist, and yeah, I would say I'm very productive as well, yeah.
So to those of the people who might not know, you're married, you live in Dubai, you're Swiss originally, so some of your businesses are in Switzerland as well, they operate there, and you're also obviously working here, self-employed. Before all of this, tell us a bit about your early life before Dubai. Who was Jess? What was she like as a young girl? You mentioned in our game segment, making money off of the neighbors. And I want to get a bit more insight into little Jazaela and what led to being her today.
Thank you so much. I love talking about that because I think this motivates a lot of people because it's relatable, because I used to be a regular 9-to-5 girl, never knowing what I want to do, job hopping, never fixed, never I'm going to study, I know what I want, I had no clue, but I knew I was never really scared of trying things out, which in Switzerland, it's very don't take risks, don't make mistakes, go study, go to school, don't try, be safe. And I'm not really like that. I'm a little bit rebellious, but I would say take calculated risks and not just, also not just doing nonsense, but really thinking about what are you trying, what are you doing. So I'm an only child, and I think my parents did a very good job. Just in general, I never acted out. I was always very sports, hobbies, going out regularly, really, I never had a bad, rebellious phase in that sense. As a teenager or as a kid, I was always very, my parents, I think they did very well in the sense of cut TV time, read books, go out and play. Obviously, I'm still that generation, but no, I think this has a big impact of me. Hey, my parents, hey, you want to learn an instrument? I did horse riding my whole life. Do that in your free time. Don't do nonsense. Whatever you want to try, we make it able for you to try. And I tried instruments. I tried a few sports. I went dancing as well. And I was even in the national team, and we had shows. I don't know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I did a lot, but I think this also I became very hyper-productive when I became self-employed, and before not. Because I knew, okay, I'm in a 9-to-5, I'm not going to hustle like it's mine,
I love that.
I was never I'm going to hustle so crazy, and I'm in a 9-to-5. I'm just going to do my job very well, maybe do 5% more if it's worth it. But I did regular school, I did not study, but very early on, I always knew you can learn if you want to learn something. And also it's never too late. I was always no one could tell me there's the line or no. I was if I want to learn something, I'm going to learn something or just do it. But career-wise, everything is error and trial. I didn't study anything that I do today. I did some diplomas because my last job was as a marketing manager before I started my own marketing agency. But before I had a really regular life, 9-to-5, but I was always hustling. I was a makeup artist, and I was even a manager of a club where I just did the admin. Everything next to a full-time job.
You're like a Jane of all trades.
Yeah, I did.
I love it.
I did everything next to 9-to-5. Yeah.
What was, I mean, when we were younger, we were asked, like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? What was Jessica telling people or her teachers when she was asked that?
Oh my God. I said I want to be a teacher.
I love it.
I don't
You
know.
are essentially
Yeah,
one
I do
now,
like
I feel like.
private coachings, and I just spoke in Westminster School in front of 400 people, making a
Amazing.
small Q&A workshop. I was like, yeah, that's maybe a level more, but that's good, than I thought.
Because you have the passion, and I think that's what makes people stay. I know whenever I see your video, I'm like, it could be you decluttering your home, and I'm like, I'm tuned in.
Yeah,
it's just
I
the
love
way
that.
that you can command a room. I mean, in this case, TikTok, with your presence,
Yeah.
and also this room now.
Yeah.
So I really also appreciate that your parents had laid a really good foundation. Like, hey, in your free time, instead of watching TV, do this and this. And I feel like that's what's made you such a intentional person, like you said.
I truly believe, it shapes. The older I get now, I see it. Yeah, it shapes a lot.
It's so great.
In a good way.
Instead of just like, for example, a parent letting you bed rot,
No,
you know what I mean,
no way.
and watch TV
My
and
mom is
cartoons
actually,
all day.
Yeah, my mom is actually Cuban, so no way.
I love it.
I'm half, yeah, but I'm born and raised in Switzerland. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so then when did this interest in business start, would you say? Like, how early on? Was there like a defining moment for you when you were younger?
I had a moment where I remember now, because I never got asked that question, that's very good, where before I moved to Dubai, I recorded a video 2 years before I moved to Dubai saying I will move to Dubai. And Dubai has more the role of being safe and opportunities.
Yes.
Nothing else. I'm zero distracted by whatever. And I remember I have the video because one day I want to make, edit.
I love it.
Really 2 years, my English was so bad, I looked so different. I made a video, I sold everything in my apartment and I moved in with a friend, like to get in an apartment because I said I need to save money, get rid of all my things. I'm going to look for a job in Zurich in a big city and then I'll figure it out because one day I want to move to Dubai and do my own thing. And I really recorded this 2 years before I moved. And this is when I had friends also leaving Switzerland and I saw them evolving and growing because Switzerland is obviously the best country in Europe, to say this most stable compared to the others, safe. But if you want to go somewhere, and I have two friends actually that moved to Dubai from Switzerland that are like childhood friends. They're really they came here with a job, started their side business, then it became their full. They became healthy, productive. They lived this good side where you're not distracted. You're like, I personally also don't go out like late and don't drink and nothing. And just being in a hustle here is worth it. And I really remember that time I was saying, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. We have like the same upbringing, same thing. So I was very motivated there. And then when I moved to Dubai, I was really just now you're on your own basically, and you need to really like hustle. Yeah.
I think the key defining moment there was probably, or the key thing that I recognize with you is the intention and the mindset.
Yeah.
Because anybody can move to Dubai, right? And still get the networking opportunities. That's always going to be there, of course, in the hustle and bustle of the city. However, not everybody has the mindset of, oh, I'm going to go and just focus on what I want to do and not party and not be taken aback or be distracted by the lifestyle that is also here. Like, oh my God, let me go to brunches. Let me spend my money here, there, everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's really admirable that you essentially looked at the transition to Dubai as the transitioning of your life from one to another. Yeah. Is it more slow paced in Switzerland, would you say, compared to here?
Yeah. The entrepreneurs are not so supportive. That's not, I mean, it's very regulated. So someone doing their own business is like, oh, weird. No, like
they'll keep to themselves maybe usually.
As well. Yeah, it's not so, here I think I have a very good circle of only entrepreneurs. Everyone is very supportive. Like you and me, you just text, you meet.
Yes.
Like this doesn't happen in Switzerland.
You don't feel like a fear or like, maybe they'll think this or this.
No, not at all. In Switzerland,
love that about the city.
It is, just texting each other, going to podcasts or going just out for breakfast is weird in Switzerland. So I love this here,
So then now coming to Dubai, what was the first thing that you worked on while you were here? Tell us all about that journey of moving here.
So I actually moved here with a remote job, the same job I had because the company got bought from another country. And so they fired a few people, but I was the marketing manager. So they kept the managers, but they were slowly getting rid of the people and the office,
Right.
And then they said, okay, you can do remote work. And then they let a few people go to Italy, to London. I'm like, hey, if these can go, I can also go somewhere, And I actually negotiated very long.
Okay.
And I mean, now they know, to be honest. I framed it a lot and I said things that are not true, but I always tell, no, I'm saying like, my family has business in Dubai and I'm an only child and they will move there and I will like, we do back and forth. So I also want to do back and forth. I was really making a whole story and I always tell these people are too nice, too naive and play fair in an unfair world. It was a corporate 9-to-5 job. Just for you and have an example, they let other people go to their families and have a Swiss salary, live there, and come once, twice, three times a year to the office in Zurich. Okay, and we have remote. Anyways, we became remote and not anymore in office. So when they let others, I was negotiating so hard because I said, hey, you let others, you need to let me too, no matter where I go. Then it was a safety thing, online. Then they checked UAE is fine.
Okay.
And I said a whole story that was half true, but I actually got a contract to be able to work with a Swiss salary remote from Dubai, from home for 1 year.
Amazing.
Yeah, but 4 months after, I came here, I paid everything in Switzerland, I came here and then they fired me after 4 months.
Oh, wow. They're like, we
I
give
know.
her what she wants, but bye-bye.
No, they replaced me with a friend of the boss because they knew I'm not in the country. It's very easy to replace someone. The job was good, and I grew inside the job. I was some time there. But, I knew, but what saved me is already hustling next to a 9-to-5. I already had 3-4 clients as a freelancer. And when I lost my job, I think, in January 2 years ago, I just moved here. I paid everything. I just settled. 3 months is like you did all the paperwork, all the things. You got an apartment, and then I was like, "Look, Jess, you have 3-4 clients. You just need 1-2 more clients, and you have the same salary back."
Correct.
My salary was very good, like $7,000. Was as a marketing manager is normal in Zurich, but then no tax here. Amazing. But then I said, "Hey, I have 3-4 clients. Obviously, they're smaller because I had them next to the job. But now I have 7 days time." And I had money saved. And I just said myself, you need to find in 3 months, 2-3 clients, and I'm good. And I did, I found. The first month was a bit, but I was basically had no choice. People always ask me how you kept going. I said, I had no choice. Yeah. Because obviously the world doesn't end. I would just go back and my parents have a house. So I would just start from zero. I'm not scared of that. But obviously when you're already here and did all the things, I was like, no, I need to succeed. And so many people freelance in my circle. I was always motivated and I know this exists. And I found clients in the 2nd, 3rd month, and I made more than in my 9-to-5 already. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So environment really played a crucial role here. Your mindset, the environment, and honestly getting fired. I feel like you had, because you had no choice. Yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. You're just like, well, you can't get any lower than this, so you can only go higher from here on out.
The good thing is when you get fired, they need to pay. There's the contract. Obviously, I was over 2 years with the company. There was still 3 months salary still. And I basically told them, since you fired me, even though we have a contract for 1 year remote, I'm not going to work these 3 months, but you have to pay. The employee is very protected in Switzerland.
I love it.
So I was just calling in sick basically and already working for others. But I was not. Listen,
your rights.
I play fair. I'm nice, but as soon as the other person don't try me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think this is one of the key traits about you, the people who watch you. No, yes. When we watch you, we're like, she's selling it like it is. You know what I mean? In the business world,
I love
it really
that.
is.
When people tell me I'm straightforward,
You're
because we need more.
Like it is. And women, more often than not, are always so shamed for being that honest, especially in public spaces. Basically, for playing the man's game in their way. Like, what do you mean? So I'm just showing you what you're doing. Yeah. So why is it offensive to you now if I'm doing it as a woman?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I 100%. Love that you're cutthroat with it and you're inspiring the next generation of women to just have that audacity. 100%. You don't get when you don't ask.
100%. And also framing is very important. Like, frame yourself. I always tell these people, this is something I learned very early, and I got high-paying jobs in my 20s without having studied, obviously a little bit knowing someone, but literally what I also do with clients is I would tailor every CV, I would tailor every pitch, every portfolio, every price package to exactly the client. Same with the job. I don't know, I got actually jobs that I was not very qualified, but I also speak few languages. I had a bit experience, but I framed myself to be the perfect candidate.
Right.
So this really works. But the women are too nice. too nice. Don't be nice. In the career, it's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have whatever it is that your boundaries are that you set with your friends, with your boyfriend, with your husband, with your family. Set those boundaries at work too, because
Yeah.
people will not know to respect you or where your limit is at if you don't tell them or show them that.
100%. Need to do that from the beginning. Yeah.
So now you're doing a lot of things.
Oh.
Can you help me list it down?
Oh my God. Okay. So I still have my marketing agency. We became a bit smaller because I'm restructuring and rebranding, and I'm gonna restart. I have a girl that she's my rock basically, because she's with me since the beginning, and she does most of the things because obviously she's going to clients and films and does editing. So she does most of the work, but I have a few freelancers as well that do stuff. So yeah, I mean, at one point, when you make enough money, enough clients, you outsource or you hire, and then you can do less. What happened as a lesson, when I hired someone and I had made me more time, because they took, what did I hire first? Going to film and all the editing and talking to the clients, like literally the 3 things that take the most time. So I had like half the week back. Okay, I was like, okay, now I figured this out by myself. This is impressive, you know, like, okay. And I'm gonna, no one told me what to do. I really tried myself out. I said, okay, I have half the week more time. I'm gonna start content creation because I always wanted, and on Miharo we're working since 1 year, and we launched in October. So in the meantime, I was always working on Miharo and just doing the stuff slowly. There we were slowly and steady because of the quality. It's very, it's a bit different, the business.
Okay.
So right now, today, I still have my marketing agency. I still have clients, but I'm niching down and just restructuring. I'm gonna start in January to take like a second step, and my goal is, because now I know a bit how to niche down, get high ticket clients now with a big portfolio, and my goal is to hire people to do the work, and I just oversee and do the admin or talking to clients, which requires only online presence. And we have Miharo. It's going actually well. This non-see-through resort wear brand. We have semi-modest options. So we have 1 to regular options. They have a bit of cut, but we also have 2 more modest options. And the goal is also to the future expand to fully modest as well. Because it's going very well. I think the product is strong, is having really non-see-through clothes. Because if you live here, you maybe go to the mall. Yes. Last time on my birthday, we went to the beach club. Me with my husband, and then he said, I need to go print something, and thank God I had a non-see-through dress. It was, and I had the bikini down, you know, and the product itself is very strong, and this is why we did it. Going into fashion e-commerce, I would not recommend unless it's really something new, because we ordered from all the competitors and everything's see-through. You don't. You're right. Everything's see-through. You're right. So I have Miharo. I have my agency. I started Creator DXP. This is a woman network community, which we grew to 1,200 followers in 5 weeks.
Amazing.
Which is very quick, and the chat is also growing. And I had an event last week. I have the next on the 20th, but I have my assistant doing all the work there.
And what is that for, Creator?
So this started by coffee meetups, because I have an online presence on TikTok and some amount of audience. And I started with coffee meetups in November, and then I saw, oh my God, people love it. People tell me make events, and I started to do them. And I just started properly now in December. I'm also going to actually make a proper business.
Okay.
Because we have a yacht event, we have networking event where I invite other women founders as well, tell their story. I had Flash Facial in Dubai Hills.
Yes, I love Flash Facial.
Yeah,
I'm going to have her on as well.
Yeah, I have her. She's amazing. I love her. She was my guest last week.
Amazing.
And it was amazing. It's more for solo entrepreneurs, or wannabe entrepreneurs.
Okay.
You know,
so novices who want to learn more about it.
Yeah, this is really, we don't do any partying, nothing.
You might see me in your next events, Jessica, is all I have to say.
Yeah.
My bestie and I have been very venturing into our entrepreneurship era, because I was telling you, we were very focused on the 9 to 5, doing all the bits and bobs, but now we're just like, khalas. Like, I think it's time to profit off of your personality as opposed to just like giving it away for free.
100%.
You know?
So it's just to come, because I like to talk left and right. So I have the agency, I have Creator DXP, which currently, well, it's a business, but I'm reinvesting all the money to the events, basically. I have Miharo with Alina, she's the founder, and I just came in as a partner later.
Okay.
And I'm a content creator, and I make money with content creation, and I have nice things going on there, and I'm trying. I got used to now posting every day. Like it's not, I don't see it as a work anymore. It's
love
very
that.
good. That's why I'm telling people, do something for 1 month, 2 months, you get used to it.
What was it like when you first started? Like, what were the struggles that you had when you were first, like, making your early TikToks, for example?
So I started the account from zero. I deleted all the accounts and started all the accounts from zero this year. That worked actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it restructure
Yeah.
your algorithm?
Really
I thought you'd have to create a new account.
Yeah. It really worked because now my audience is really here, and Saudi and GCC, like all is here, like everything. Really, you can see the stats, you know, which is important for brand deals or stuff. So, but I was just posting a lot. I was really putting time in. I was watching YouTube. I was trying to edit better, talk quicker, really try, you know, and write down hooks. I never took it that serious, but it worked. But also I just talked about my business journey, and people love the topic freelancing or just Dubai tips on how to make money. I'm trying, I know it's not easy, but I always say, hey, listen, the $10K a month this is how you break it down. You make 4 UGC videos, you have 2 clients, you do their socials, and you have, I don't know, one digital product and you sell it every day once, you make the 10K. Like, for example, you know, to break it down. I know it's not easy, but I really believe since I made like 5 figures, and I always also made one time in 1 month quite more than that, I'm like, no, if you can learn that, everyone can.
And
It's
it gets
just a
easier
discipline
once you
thing.
have automation and once you
Yeah.
have people that work for you as well,
100%.
right? Amazing. So
100%.
then with UGC, how did you first learn about it? Because I don't think it's a situation or a concept that people really know that much about unless you're already in the creator space. I think they know you make campaigns as an influencer, but then UGC, explain that to us a little bit, how that works and how you found out about it.
Yeah, so I knew UGC before because I worked as a freelancer for e-commerce brands, and I was sourcing UGC people. I was looking for them. So I knew a bit about the business, but it became like bigger in the last few 1-2 years, where this is user-generated content, where basically I'll make a video of the brand and I'll send it to them and they post it. I don't post it. So you also obviously don't charge your influencer rate if you're an influencer. You charge just for the work, basically. But this is what works really well for businesses, authentic content. So I'm going to be honest, I just grew on TikTok and it came left and right. Emails, DMs, can you do this, can you do that? And in my second month, I had one with Adidas. I was like, yeah, I'm doing something right. That's very good for the second month. Like the second month of making money with content was really, I had like 2-3 big brands as a brand deal or UGC. And you learn within time, but it really just everything came inbound. Everything came to me. But as a result of being consistent on TikTok.
Were you... when you were being consistent on TikTok and these inbounds came, were you at the time mentioning that you were doing UGC creation? You were just really creating the content?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Actually, yeah. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So then what's like the number one mistake that you made with UGC? I think we highlighted this a little bit in the game, but if you could go a little bit more into detail, that you wish basically somebody told you about.
Yeah.
Could be contractually or anything like that.
Yeah. So things I learned and adapt very quick. So I did this small mistake once and then I learned the whole business. Not I'll just fix the mistake. I really, I also downloaded someone's ebook for free where I know she's a full-time UGC creator here in Dubai.
Okay.
And I followed her before and I saw she has that guide. And, I really want to tell people like, you guys buy Labubus, guys buy matchas every day, buy that ebook, buy that, get that course, get that class, learn that language. I don't know, people, I see this so much that people, $50 for a course, no. But $200 for nonsense, you give it to me.
Okay, yeah.
Give it to me. And I was always like, I'm still now, I get classes and courses. I just did a Meta course, a Pinterest course, $200, who cares? But so many people referred it to me, hey, this is good, I learned it there. People that have their own business, okay. Obviously, you need to take care. There's a lot of stuff that is not the best, and people just selling it. Right. But I'm saying you should know, okay, if I want to start UGC and there's someone making a whole guide, like me, for example, this is why the guides I have only 2, but there's everything.
It does have everything.
You have it,
as somebody who has it, yes.
I always got only good feedback that there's nothing missing. Because I always tell people in the beginning, especially, tell me if anything is unclear or missing, you know, because I want this to be
It's straight to the point, I'll tell you that much. I was like, I love that she doesn't add fluff. It's literally like, hey, this is ABC, this is DEF. I'm like, thank you, queen, copy,
no wasting
paste,
time.
and changing the name of the brand and adding some key things, that's it.
Yeah.
And help me land a deal.
Yeah, amazing. I love to hear that. This is my goal because, yeah, honestly, you know, this is packed. People also need to realize if someone like me does a business in 5 years, I'm going to make an ebook and I make it $50. I'm not going to give my knowledge of 5 years for free. And I think if something is free, it's sus. You know, I think it's sus. It's like, you're an expert, you have knowledge.
If something's free, you're
you
the
work
product.
for free, that's sus, you know. But I really would always invest in these things. So I really quickly learned with UGC. I did one small mistake of signing a 3-month payment, and you know they took 3 months to pay. But now they always pay within 2 to 4 weeks, which is normal. Because now I also started to hire UGC for our brand.
You know now
all these things. So yeah, before I just sourced them. You know, I never did the contract things for my clients. I like, look, these 10 girls here, and then they checked if they want to work with them. But you can learn this stuff so quick and easy in the internet. Just look around, 100%. But being like self-taught or figuring it out is so important. And when I saw you can make money with this, because I made the math, I'm like, okay, I'm getting 5 emails a day. If let's say all 2 emails are a paid thing, between 800 to 1,000 dirhams, I just did the math, you know, I'm like, I can push that.
Right.
And then I also started to post more content. I'm a full-time content creator, UGC, and an agency owner. Then I made a video. Today I filmed 5 videos and I made this much money. And this always works in Dubai.
they love to see it. They love to know how they can do it too.
Not
right?
many people, I don't know anyone, sent it to me that really, I said when I had bad months financially, I said when I had good months, people really like, I never see someone really like, guys, I made 5,000 dirhams, I made 20,000 dirhams with a few videos. But I think people are a bit shy of, not shy. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe people.
I think it's the culture of like wanting to keep things to yourself and not share, right? And so you come in like a breath of fresh air, like, oh, she's actually telling us the rates. Thank you. Because if we wanted to do it too, we are being given some of the tips, some very vague, but we're not being given the range that well or a specific rate, so we don't know how to price ourselves. We don't know what to compare it to. There's not, you know, there's no information.
I'm a big believer there's space for everyone.
It's true.
I'm not gatekeeping. Never.
It's true. And that, if you have that abundance mindset of like, I can have it, you can have it, it just creates more for you.
100%.
So true.
100%.
Jessica, you don't watch TV. I don't know how you do it as somebody that's obsessed with my Disney so that I can relax. To be fair, though, I'm like cleaning in the background. But how do you switch off then, if not for TV? Like, what's a way that you really fully unwind? And by fully unwind, I really mean it. Like, no responding to emails, no planning in your head what the next step is.
I really love solo dates, going out alone.
Oh,
I like to be alone a lot. And if I don't have any events or nothing going on, I'm trying to stay as well home. I'm both. I like to go out a lot, but I need both. I need a mix, you know? So what I do is I go weekly to a 90 minutes massage. Nice. They will wash my hair and blow dry it at the same place. And then I go eat alone. I do this every week.
Because then you can't do anything, right? When you're getting a massage, you're forced to switch off, basically. There's no way out.
Sometimes when there's something going viral, I watch the documentary or something, but I don't watch TV. Like recently I watched it, but you know, you just have to accept if you're an entrepreneur and you have multiple businesses, not just one, and you're still in the building, you get messages every 5 minutes and you need to check everything. And obviously, you know, everyone is asking me still for approval because,
it's 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, not even 24/7 anymore, 100%. Basically.
But solo dates is very important. I mean, I would also do that would I be in a 9 to 5 and just having your own time.
I love solo dates. I was at the Dubai Opera once and a friend saw me and she's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, it's my solo date night.
Yeah, I'm going out alone. You should try it.
Bohemian Rhapsody, darling. So solo dates is great. What other ways do you kind of keep yourself focused, let's say? Because like, okay, you watch the documentaries, you're around like-minded people with Create Her, and you're constantly on that mindset of create, build. But what else is it? Like, do you have like a mantra to yourself when you look in the mirror, for example, to keep yourself going? Because I imagine it would also have moments where you're like, I'm tired. Or do you just, does exhaustion not exist in Jessica's vocab?
I just learned recently to slow it down, not to slow it down, to balance it a bit more. But you know, I still didn't figure out how to explain it because I'm still a workaholic. I cannot sit down. I feel really useless if I do nothing the whole day. Even on my off day, like Monday I had my off day. I decluttered my whole closet. I got some new drawers, the
Congrats,
shelves.
by the way.
Thanks.
Looks lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, it was very easy. Like from IKEA, just 2 bookshelves. They put it there. Put all my makeup and perfumes. And I cleaned all my makeup brushes and I did laundry. And then the rest of the day I was not doing much, but I was always, responding. So obviously, when I have like my birthday or something is coming up, I'll take a whole day off. But morning and evening I have to check emails and be available. But I really need to be honest. I think in the building phase, you're never 100% calm. Where I really zone out is the massage because I turn off my phone. This is the only time in the week I turn off my phone. And this time where I'm in that salon, like spa. If not, I'm just came to conclusion I need to be available and always on the go. But I try to be more intentional when I do laundry. I watch a podcast on YouTube, and I'm not trying to work and do calls. Like it's more regulating your system a bit.
Right.
And also, I'm trying to listen to my body because I'm very like, you're not a weak bee. Get up. Like you're not gonna make a nap now. But no, if my body makes a crash and I need a nap, I'll do a nap at 5 p.m.
Nice.
I started to do that and I feel better actually.
And you have anyway the agency to do that, thankfully, because you are self-employed. What does your partner think in all of this?
He is like also a business owner.
Nice.
And also very busy. And we don't talk about business, which we have so different. But I do think if you successful entrepreneur women, it's very good to have the same as a husband, but obviously times 10. I always believe the man has to have more, than and be more out there, more working, more doing. So, but the good thing is you have quality time. So he really, okay, hey, Sunday, let's go eat. And then spontaneous, cinema, late, and we can schedule our own time. That's nice, because sometimes let's go tomorrow morning for breakfast and I can squeeze a meeting or just change stuff, I mean, that's the freedom that where in these moments I notice, the hustle is worth it because, or even if there's an emergency or I want to see my parents, I get my laptop and go home. These things, doesn't even matter how much money you make. It's this is priceless. Having your own time schedule. I think, and also as a woman, I think we have it a bit harder because of our hormones and every month we have our up and down. It's really to, like I said, I started to listen to my body and not just force myself every day to get up at 8, I started to listen. I have my, it's the time of the month. I need more sleep. I just noticed I need maybe a nap and I'm just going to do it. And before I was like, no, hustle like men, but no, it's more intentional. I'm still working 24/7 and I'm very productive, but I'm just trying to regulate. And I think the partner is a very big decision.
I imagine, because 100%. Imagine if you had a partner that was operating much less and they'd be like, oh, I want your time, I want this. I feel like you as Jessica would be like, no, bye. Your micro reaction already showed me everything.
I really urge you as a woman, if you're listening, to become, it doesn't even need to be your own business, become just productive and disciplined and always be busy.
Do your thing.
You will scare the wrong men away. They're all triggered by women that say, no, I'm going to go do my face mask. You didn't ask me early enough. Go out alone. I'm like that, for example.
Correct.
I'm
really schedule it.
Yeah, I got also invited to a wedding 2 days before. I'm like, no. And they say, you have something? I'm like, no, you invite me 2 days before. I'm not going to come.
Simply
Tell me earlier.
No time to prep.
No. A little bit, this is the issue here. People are so last minute. It's insane.
Yeah.
But, it depends, obviously. If something is, hey, come to my house, let's do barbecue. Okay, spontaneously.
Right.
But, people sometimes don't realize you cannot do this with someone that is very busy. It's very, you need to really schedule time well. But usually everyone understands. But back to the topic about a partner, because I'm thriving away.
It's okay. Always. I do the same, which is great.
So important. I think the best thing in your 20s, both busy my case, love it. Both have their own business. Then you still have quality time. But we don't talk about our businesses because they're not the same. I think it would be the same when we would talk to each other about business. But I think it's really, you also, it's pure logic. If both get up and work and always on their laptop, it's a whole vibe.
Yeah.
you know, and if both sleep in until 3 p.m., it's just, you get the, you know, it's a difference. But it's like environment is partner, friends, everything, you know.
Everything.
But as an entrepreneurial woman, you need to have a very...
And even what you consume, like you're saying, with the TV,
100%.
with what you're watching,
I
listening to.
I also don't watch news. I have no clue what's going on.
Is it
I have no clue.
too stressful?
Yeah, it did trigger me too much, yeah. But no, it's just... as well that I know a lot of things are regulated, you know, especially where I'm from, or what does it do for me? If it would affect my business, I have a friend, she needs to be up to date what in America happens all the time. I'm like, who are you? Yeah, like, but she's like, because of my business and my stocks. I'm like, yeah, I understand. You have to be up to date. But for me, you know, like, no, I stopped, when COVID hit, I stopped watching. I deleted everything and I never watch news. And I tell people not to send me stuff, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You mentioned stocks, your friend. Do you partake in investing or any of that? Or is that something that you look forward to maybe doing after business?
My goal is to hustle until 30 before I make investments.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
So people tell me, like having your money is not smart, but people also need to be realistic. What I want to do with 10, 20, 50K, you know, I need to get a bit more, because my goal is to get maybe into properties and then get stocks, because I have Alina, she's very smart with finances and she has investments. She learned everything from her father and herself, and have a reliable source, you know.
Lovely.
But I'm also realistic and saying, hey, I need a certain amount of money before I start.
Correct.
Obviously, you can start with $500 or $1,000 a month, but I think it's more important that I built my business now, the foundation, than immediately when
you're
you make money.
You're taking the risk now, and you have all the time in the world. You're a very go big or go home, I think, kind of girl.
Yeah.
So, do you have any advice for the girlies who maybe want to start their own brands in social media, or just anything in entrepreneurship, really? Like, what's the first thing you think they need to do if they're here in Dubai?
If here in Dubai, I mean, get straight about your mindset. And mindset is not just positive here, positive there. I'm saying, like, don't get distracted, don't go out, don't go drinking, don't go smoking for a few years. This city, if you miss out a day, the other one comes and takes a chance, because there's a lot of people doing similar things and the competition. This is really what I see I talked to so many people, and I did some coaching like early in the year. People just give up after 3 months, say it didn't work. People need to realize that what 99% people out there are saying is not true, because they're selling a course, or nothing wrong if you have the skills since 10 years, you know, but like a lot of people don't, or just started. And the people that I have, this gives me an ick when someone says, 5 to 10 hours on your laptop, you make this money. Not so easy, you know? No. It's not easy. It's really a lot of work. It's a lot of alone, boring time, like alone time, boring time. And if you really want to, like, not just, you know, do a little bit content, have 2-3 social media clients. If you want to go like me and build multiple businesses and start paying salaries, it's 24/7. You're gonna miss out, cut down time, free time. You need to really 360.
You need to be a little obsessed with it, even, right? I feel like with anything in this life, you need to be obsessed with 100%. It. Like for myself, when I was training for the pageant for Miss Universe Bahrain, it took a whole year of having to change my mindset from I could possibly win to I will win. And I will win, because then you break it down, just like the way that you mentioned that you break down how you're going to make $10,000 in a month. Yeah. And that's what it is. But to get to the breakdown, to be able to achieve the breakdown, it's a lot of days and nights of the obsession, of the rewiring your mindset.
Yeah. I also told people that's so true, because this is the Lulu I'm talking about that everyone talks about. The Lulu is good, but you need to put the work in. Like, it needs the work needs to like outperform basically. And people tell me, what's your goal with content creation? I'm like, listen, I started the account in January and I did not miss one day. I'm just going to keep going until I'm 50, 40, 50. Who cares?
We would love to see her motherhood content.
Imagine me not missing a day, putting every day to working. I will not miss a day. Like now, 365 days, I posted every day. Oh my God, I'm not going to miss a day no matter what. I always have some drafts ready. Twice I was very sick and I was not even able to do anything. I just posted a draft, you know. I always have drafts ready for that. But what I also want to mention as a tip is what a lot of people... I got also people saying 10, 20 is not enough for Dubai. We talk dollars, 20K. But I also realize what I do different than a lot of people. Obviously, it's teasing when your whole life you make a regular salary of $5 to $7K, let's say. Okay, international level. And you make 10, 15, 20. I didn't buy myself anything. Like, so important, money management. Like, I was like, girl, like, My goal was to make 10K by the end of 2024, which I reached in September 2024. And then my goal was to like 15, 20, like, oh, it's just a bit realistic, but still good, And I really, people just make more money and they upgrade their lifestyle. They get one more holiday. They get, I don't know, a bag. No. If you make more and you spend more, you had break even again. Just live below your means. This is so important. Living below your means is so important because we will waste the money on so much things. And obviously it was teasing, when you all of a sudden make double than usual. I get a Dyson.
Oh, now I can
get
level up and this.
No, the more money I make, the greedier I get. I'm honest. I'm totally honest.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I don't hate the honesty.
I flip every 10 dirham. I don't care.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have so many more questions. I just know there's not enough time in the world.
Do the
this
second
is why
one.
I'm gonna go to a second one.
Yeah,
I'm so ready
see the
for
progress
this.
in maybe a few months or next year.
Yeah, I got you. But okay, AI.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's coming in. She's coming in strong. She's coming for some people's jobs.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
You have to learn. I paid someone to teach me a few things that will work good for my agency, which is automating workflows, even communication, where, we all know when we call the bank or we text. I just texted this company in Dubai for picking up clothes for donation. They pick it up at home.
Yes.
There's the AI chatbot. These things are amazing. Yes, they are coming. We will have an issue in like 3 years with work. I listen news, but only this, what is happening with AI.
Because business,
yeah,
yes.
everything business related. I also looked very deep into AI if I want to offer something in Switzerland, but the licenses, the regulations, and I have not enough back knowledge, even though I use a lot of AI. But what is not dangerous, but people think is dangerous, is modeling, content creation. No. People will always want to see a real human. I don't care how good the AI is. I can detect every AI, no matter how good it is.
Yes.
But I just have the eye for it. But yeah, to be honest, if you work in customer service, if you work in anything doing a lot of documents.
And I imagine if media or the, real life stories, these are the things that have kept us alive for so long, the passion behind people's stories, motivators like yourself. I can't imagine being motivated by AI.
No.
For example.
No, it's
I
not
just
real.
don't know.
No,
you wouldn't feel their human emotion coming in. I hope 100%. Not. I hope it doesn't get that good.
No, I hope it won't. No, never.
Yeah.
No, not that. It's going to be good for some businesses, okay? Having workflows, automating. But we will have an issue with shortage of jobs and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So people have to be prepared for that by learning.
If you know you are in a field, you have to learn. Because if you're the one that takes the time and the money to learn it, and they will start firing people, they will fire you the last, just as an advice. If I would be in a 9-to-5, I would 100,000,000%. If I work in marketing still as a marketing manager or admin, I would totally learn AI.
Love it.
Yeah.
So what's the most surprising lesson that you've learned about people, business, or yourself here in the city?
Oh, I have a good one, a straightforward one, but that's how I am. So I learned a lot of things, obviously, but the first thing that comes into my mind now is really how you have to switch from your real personality to business. You cannot be like woman, I'll spare you. You cannot pay, no problem, pay in 3. No. I had a few situations where people were taking advantage of it, thinking when I was like, no, you're going to pay. I'm going to go to in Switzerland, you cannot avoid paying. You get to government.
There are systems in place.
Yeah, there are systems in place. And I was like, listen, no one would spare me, so I'm not sparing you. You need to be like this in business.
It's true.
Very unfortunate. I would love to give people maybe one, hey, okay, pay 2 times, or I'm just giving an example. There's a lot of examples I can give. But I learned that how it works to get clients. I'm saying not even having a bigger business, employees, even if you want to just make 10, 20K as a freelancer or an influencer or whatever, business mind in business. Let this woman emotional benefit of the doubt away, really. And this is when I just see a difference. When I come confident, I stand, this is my price, this is that, okay, they say yes. Yeah, if you want to, we can do like that. Tell me what you want. What is good for you? don't
Stay
do this.
rational when it
Don't do that.
matters of
Yeah,
business.
especially women. I mean, of course, my goal is to motivate the girls the most because I'm not a man. I'm gonna give advice to men, but I really believe. I mean, women are outworking men, out earning men, outperforming men, because we realize we act like them a bit, and we make more money because we stop being so.
We had to switch
emotional.
our audacity on.
Yeah, the audacity, like 100 million%, to be honest. Like, there's so many examples I can give, but I would really say the biggest lesson was really, hey, who you are private and business is different. And I don't want to be, it's just a business perspective. I'm not saying having no morals in business, but if I'm honest, it's like that. No, if I'm honest, like that. Like someone, oh yeah, no, I have trouble paying my bills. Yeah, it's not my problem. You need to be like that. It's so, listen, I'm still a woman, okay? Somewhere is a heart, though. But like, no. Because no one will come spare you, pay the bills for you, help you. You're really on your own. This you have to realize this the older you get. And if you do business with bigger people, have good contracts and be firm. No second chances, be firm, this is what I learned, but
you can only have leeway, I guess, for people that have become maybe long-term clients that you can really trust, things like that. Once you've built that trust with each other.
100%. And especially when you start doing business in Dubai, you need to be, hey, today, tomorrow, or you need to go after the things.
Following up is a very big thing here, I noticed.
I would say just speak out.
Yes.
People, I have friends here, they never negotiate. They just say, okay. I'm like, what are you doing?
I noticed. That's a thing. That's a thing here.
And you guys stop doing that because then we have more trouble, you know? Also, sometimes people, I found this apartment, such a good price. I didn't negotiate. I'm like, I don't care how much money you have, just negotiate. Just try, you know, like.
Everything in life is negotiable.
Yeah, 100%.
Even just a bit. You can always try.
Yeah.
You don't ask, 100%. You don't get.
I'm a lovely person in private. It's just business and that different.
FYI. All right. So where can people find you if they want to learn more about everything that you just discussed, how to make money online here in Dubai, UGC, content creation, just motivation to be an entrepreneur, a female entrepreneur in the city? Where can they find you? How can they purchase your products? Floor is yours.
Yeah. So obviously on TikTok and on Instagram, I'm more on TikTok. I'm sure we will link it in the video, so you can just click there. My name is everywhere, Jessica Jazaela, and I have a link tree where everything is set up. So you find Miharo in the link tree. You find my women community. Like all the links are linked in the link tree. You can find Miharo there. You can find my ebooks there. I have one free ebook that is about my whole business story where I really put numbers. So, you know, this month I made this and then I had a bad month and I love that people give me feedback like you really show the struggle as well, not just always the good one.
Correct.
You know, there was really 6 months struggling until I hit the 10K and a few bad months that I took. But I'm aware of that, you know, I'm going to have bad months and for having good months. So, you find everything in my link tree, in my profiles. Yeah, everything.
And can I note it? Exclusively here on Beauty and the Burj, she has a stage name, you guys. Jessica Jazaela is
not
in
my
fact
real name.
A stage name, and I love this for her.
Yeah.
Why the stage name again?
Okay. Obviously, I don't know the reason, but when I was like 13, 14, I made my first Insta. I never used my real name. I always knew I'm going to be a content creator, or it doesn't even matter about the followers, I'm just saying, I don't want to say I'm hyper intelligent, but I'm hyper logic. But people tell me, I know I'm intelligent. I'm very like, I can solve problems very quick, and I'm always like, usually the quickest and the most logic and problem solving one, and I was this from little, you know. And this is maybe a trait you have. It doesn't even need to be intelligence, you know. I think really thanks to my parents, they raised me good.
You were always solution oriented, and I feel like you were even preparing for every outcome.
Yeah.
So 100%. Jessica, if she's gonna be known one day, she has to protect herself, so she needs another name.
I already realized with 13, 14, I remember when I did the first MSN and Insta and I don't know, Facebook, that the internet is a lot of strangers.
Right.
I just realized early.
So I feel like you also protected what to post, huh?
Yeah. I'm very logical. Yeah. I think I also always think about when I post. Obviously, yeah, I don't remember everything, but I really try. You will never find if I get famous some weird stuff on the internet. Nope, not from me.
Not gonna get cancelled here. Maybe for other things, but not for the past.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you the closing question that I ask everybody. On top of all the things that you already do, what is your next Burj or the dream that you're still building?
I really want to focus on becoming, quite a presence on social media, because I enjoy it. From all the things I do, what I could do the whole day is that.
It comes naturally.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It's when you do, I mean, if it's something does not feel like work, obviously I know it's not everyone can make money from it, and now December is very slow, to be honest. Every month is different, so always doing this still next to my businesses. But I'm gonna keep posting, going, and I'm having my main focus on that. And this is also the reason I invest from my own money, basically from my business, into hiring help, so I have time to do it.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So I see myself as a big content creator, and I want to be really known as a very productive person. Girls come to me to be disciplined, motivated, learn something, and also teaching a bit the girls how life works. Really,
You will revolutionize this industry. I just see
being straightforward is like my signature.
As you should, and I love it. We
I don't
need
like
more women
sugarcoating.
like that.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
All right. Before we end things, we have the final segment, which is the mirror segment. You will pick up this mirror in front of you, take a piece of the paper from our little pearly shell over there.
Yeah.
It'll either say past, present, future, and then you just say a little message to that version of yourself.
Okay. Say it out loud, yeah. It feels like a wish.
Yes, please.
Of course.
If
do anything
if you
for
could.
Like, what did she say? I want to know.
Imagine.
Okay, I have present.
Present. Okay.
Yeah. So right now I'm working. You here have to work on regulating your nervous system so you don't get overworked. Yeah. Just figuring out my energy, listening to the day. And I really believe, I need to give advice to everyone. This is something I learned as well, is stop focusing, by the end of the year I want this. Next year I want that. When I'm 30 I want this. If you give 100% every day, your future is going to be good.
So true.
People are so focused on the goal and not on the work to do it, to do the work, So do weekly goals, monthly, okay. Obviously I have quarterly. Business-wise, I have goals and budgeting. But actually, I wake up every day and just try and get up, do your best, do not sit around, don't be lazy, but be very productive, and like everything will come more and more. And this is true.
Delayed gratification is the best thing in this instance.
For my present, I just need to regulate, and I just said I hired an assistant, so I will be able to work a lot but don't feel overworked.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank you for having me.
It's really been a pleasure. Thank you for joining the sleepover.